You guys already know I'm a fan of Will Barton. He's from my hometown of Baltimore, Maryland. All right. He went to City. You know how many friends I got from City? I'm from the county, but I got hella friends. You're either a City fan or you're a fan of Pauley. Some people went to Dunbar, but City and Pauley, the big rivalry. Will went to City, and I know Will Barton is on the Philadelphia 76ers radar. Should they sign him? This year he had a rough year. He played about 20 minutes a night in 40 games for the Washington Wizards. Still shot 38% from three, but shot 38.7% from the field. 3 rebounds, 2.5 assists. And last year with the Nuggets, in 32 minutes a night, he shot 37% almost from three, 43.8% from the field, 5 rebounds, and 4 assists a night. So Will Barton, it just wasn't a good fit for him out in Washington. But I personally believe that he's a guy that, given the right situation, I think Will Barton can be a difference maker for a team off the bench. In Philadelphia, we know that they've been trying to find a guy in the buyout market, and they haven't been able to. All right, and I think Will Barton would be a guy that could definitely help this team out, be a offensive punch off the bench, and I think that's definitely something that people aren't giving him the credit for. Because I think Will Barton is a guy that, yes, the season was a disappointment, you could say, for what it ended up being. Okay, I think he definitely was looking forward to going and Wes Unseld was his coach out in Denver. So I think for I think he was hoping that it would all work out and he would have a good season here. But as of right now, that's not what happened. And I think, yes, he's a guy who could turn around. I think it wasn't that he's over the hill. I think it's more so it wasn't the right fit. And I think that's just something that gets undervalued and understated in the NBA when a player doesn't have a good fit with the team. So let's just talk about real quickly what we've learned so far about this. So the Sixers are interested in Will Barton. This comes from Jason Dumas, that the Sixers have inquired about Will Barton, who is still going through the process of deciding where he'll play next season. And Barton has already gotten the buyout, and we know that the Milwaukee Bucks and the Brooklyn Nets were tied with it. And Barnes' production was going down due to the fact that his role decreased and then he fell out of the rotation. But he's a guy who's, he had a 3 game stretch in December where he played 30 minutes a night and he was averaging 19 points. I just think that it's not that he's going to be doing that for a while, like long stretches, but he's a guy who can come off the bench and help a team like the Philadelphia 76ers. And I think what he does is he helps guys like Tyrese Maxey, James Harden, and Tobias Harris not have to feel like they're doing all the work when Joel's off the floor, right? Because this team, the Sixers, this is a fact. This is not me pulling this out of my ass. Are a team that is historically, since Joel's been there, worse without Joel on the floor. So being able to figure out a way, and the Sixers, I mean, you hear the James Harden potentially going back to Houston rumors getting louder every day. So I think they're very motivated to continue to improve this roster any way they can until the playoffs come, so they can make that deep playoff run that they've been hoping for and wanting ever since, Kawhi Leonard hit that buzzer beater over them, which is so crazy that is so long ago now, but it's really not that long ago, but it is like almost 5 years ago. It might be actually 5 years ago. It's 4 years ago, but that's something that blows your mind, and you start to think, you're like, damn, man, getting up there in age. And I mean, I still remember when Will Barton was in his 20s playing for the Portland Trailblazers. But yeah, I want to hear your guys' thoughts. What do you think of Will Barton potentially going to the Philadelphia 76ers? Will they sign him? I think it'd definitely be an interesting one to hear. And yeah, I'm curious to hear your opinions down below in the comment section. Do you D'Anthony Melton and Shake Milton have done a good job, but I think I don't know if Will Barton will play over a ton of minutes over those guys, but he would help those guys out. He'd be better than Furkan Korkmaz, who I'm surprised stayed on the roster. So surprised. Seriously, didn't think he would make it, but he did. So he's here. Bye.